Welcome back to your D.R. Horton Homeowner Maintenance 101. In today's segment, I'm going to be reviewing the outside penetrations and the outside maintenance of your new D.R. Horton home. Come on, follow me. Welcome to your D.R. Horton home. In this segment, I will go over things on the outside, like your penetrations, your driveway, different things that you need to maintain on the outside of your house. First off, would be your cedar front porch, or if you have a concrete front porch. If you have a cedar front porch, we recommend that you stain or seal that within the first year of living in your home. You can stop at any big box store and get water penetrating sealers, semi-transparent stains, or solid stains to put on your deck. That way it protects the wood from erosion and decay and rotting. Basically, if you want to test and see if it's ready for a sealer or a semi-transparent stain on there, take a cup of water, put a little bit on your cedar decking. If the cedar decking bubbles the water, that means it's not ready, but if the water would soak in, that means you're ready for the stain. And just apply as directed by the manufacturer of the product that you purchase. Come on, follow me. Exterior painting is maintained by the homeowner for your columns. Any trim or anything else on your house is also maintained by the homeowner. On this side of the house, I'll be going through a couple things. First of all is your gas meter. You want to keep this clear of snow, clear of anything, bushes or anything, just basically clear so that it can be maintained, cleaned, or anything by the gas company that services your house. Gas line is going in your house, basically maintaining the caulking and the seal around the penetration going in. This is your irrigation backflow system. So if you purchase an irrigation backflow system through D.R. Horton, this is something that would have to be maintained by the homeowner through the irrigation company that they hire at a cost to the homeowner to maintain it. This is set up for winter. As you can see, the plug is taken out of here and the plug is taken out of there. Basically, this tells me that this house has been blown out in the fall, basically with an air compressor blowing out all the irrigation water, clearing the lines so they're not frozen and having troubles in the spring with frozen water lines. And then in the spring, you would go ahead and hire a contractor or do it yourself if you're capable to re-energize the system with water, setting up all your heads in the timer that are in the garage to then irrigate your house. This is your exterior hose bib. In another segment, we go through the water tree in your basement, showing you how to shut the waters off in the basement. This segment right here, we're going to talk about basically opening this up, draining the water in the fall, and then closing it, and then in the spring, opening it back up to have it run. Follow me. On this side, you have your exterior maintenance, as we call the industry, XP25 insulation. You just want to maintain it. Do not use a weed whipper up against it. It is something that can be damaged with a weed whipper or a lawnmower, so just maintaining that is a good idea. Don't try to get too close to it. You can touch it. You can do anything you want with it. Come on, I'll take you down around here. Right above me is the fireplace venting. Basically nothing you really have to do that. Just keep that clear and free of leaves or branches or anything else that can get caught around it. But there shouldn't be any really maintenance to that, or just keeping it clear. Also, if you see on the yard here, the sod was placed last fall. We use wood stakes to hold the sod in place. That way, if you get a heavy rain or anything, it doesn't wash the sod down. If this is at your house when you close and move in the spring, it is a homeowner responsibility to pull up the wood stakes prior to you mowing the yard. On the back of the house, I'm going to go through some things. Again, keeping grass and weeds clear of your siding and your maintenance strip if you have one. Siding is all set up for you there. Concrete slab 3x6 is the same as the front sidewalk in your house. If you want to clear snow off of it, go ahead and do that. But with any sidewalk, don't use any corrosive salt or anything that might hit or shale your sidewalks, causing damage to it. That is a non-warrantable item. Basically just try to keep it free and clear of snow after every snowfall or rain. On the back of the house, we have an outlet here. an outlet there for the patio door. Those are underneath the GFIs, which are a ground fault interrupter. We cover that in another segment, how those work. Lights. And then you have two metal screens here. One is an intake for your air exchanger, and one is an intake for your passive 6-inch makeup air that is going into your basement, as we covered in a different segment. In those areas, you want to ensure that make sure you're keeping those clean, free of dust, free of debris, free of birds' nests, free of beehives, lint, anything else that get caught in there, because that is the intake of the air going into your air exchanger and also into your passive 6-inch makeup air going also into your basement mechanical room. Again, over here we have another exterior water hose bib, something that you'll have to shut off in the fall. Again, that's in a different segment that we go through of how to shut that off in the basement, but something that you definitely want to maintain in the spring and in the fall. And then up toward the window, right above the kitchen window with the screen on it, that screen is the bathroom vent. So that's venting out the bathroom air for that. It's got a bird cage on it, what you call in the industry. That way anything can't get up and into it. And basically just make sure you're keeping that clear and maintain. On this side of the house, we have a vent up here. That vent is for the microwave system, venting your microwave to the outside. So as again, you'll see there's a screen on there that you have to keep clean, maintain that screen so it has proper airflow. That way, again, a bird's nest or anything cannot get in there. You also, on occasions, you'll get very heavy winds, 25, 30, 35 mile an hour winds. There is a metal flapper up in there, and that metal flapper might move back and forth with the pressure of the wind in your house and outside, causing a little bit of a noise. That's just doing a little bit of damper on that. What it's doing is basically just opening and closing. It's part of the system. Nothing we can really do. It's just a small little piece of metal that's moving back and forth with wind and pressures. Again, on this side, we have the XP25 insulation. Just maintaining it. Watch out for a weed whipper or anything like that. Another outlet here that is controlled with the GFI of the garage. Exhaust and intake. Those are your furnace exhaust and intake. Keeping those clear of snow, leaves, bird's nests, anything else. If they do get clogged, it will actually shut your furnace down because it cannot take in air or push air out. So you want to keep those clear and maintained also. Your air conditioner condenser, something fairly easy to maintain. If the system is off, no power to it, basically you can wash it off, keep it clear, free of debris, dust, or anything else. Would recommend probably doing that about once a year. Just washing it off with a garden hose and letting it air dry. There's your electrical disconnect for your air conditioner, your exhaust for your air exchanger. Again, keeping that clear, keeping that maintained so you're not getting a bird's nest or anything else in there. Just keeping that nice and clean. Exhaust for your water heater. You'll occasionally see when it's running, you'll see steam coming out of this, especially in the winter. That's just the exhaust of your water heater. Just keeping that clear and maintained. Again, with nothing getting in there, bird's nest or leaves or anything like that. This is your sub pump discharge. So this is where your sub pump is. We covered in a different section. It is coming actually out of the house. It is going to expose the water out to the system. Sometimes these run occasionally, sometimes these run a lot, depending on what city you live in, depending on your soils, if you're sand, your clay, and anything in between. I recommend here at D.R. Horton that you would put an extension on this. You can buy them at Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's, any big box store where you can actually buy an extension on this, which is usually a 25-foot black corrugated tube connected to this, and then run that out into the swale. And your swale is the valley between you and your neighbor. That swale is meant to let water run down through it and out into a holding pond or out into a backyard. Please do not plant trees or shrubs or swing sets or anything in a swale that is meant for water to move between the two properties. And if you put an extension on here, it could go right out into that swale and run that water right down through that and out to the back holding pond. Keep an eye on this, especially in the spring. When the rains start coming in the spring and the snow starts melting, your sub pumps will run occasionally, causing a gully out here if you do not put an extension on here to run it over and out and into your swale. Again, another outlet here for you on the side of your house, standard outlet with the electrical cover plate on there for exposing in the weather elements. And up here we got a couple more things for you. This orange tube, white cable, blue phone. The orange tube is a pass-through tech tube that is going from the outside into your house and down into your low voltage connection center box, which is underneath your stairs or in your mechanical room, depending on your house style. We give you a string that runs all the way through the tube. So if DirecTV, Comcast, Dish Network want to use their own wire, they don't penetrate into your house. They use this tube to pass their wire through, pulling it through with this string down into the basement connection center. We also supply one blue phone, one white cable, and those are also going down into that connection center that we cover in a different segment for you, showing where that ends up in your house for all your media, cable, phone, and other items that you would want into your house. This is your electrical service panel, so this is where the provider of your electrical power to your house is coming. Basically keep it maintenance free, just basically keeping it clear, no trees, no bushes, nothing like that. Meters are all read from the city street. Nobody should ever have to come in your house, so they can drive by the street and read that meter very easily that way. And if you do purchase a irrigation through D.R. Horton, you'll also see this in the side of your garage. This is your irrigation control panel. So this is the power that is going down into your control box, which operates the irrigation heads on your system via the power right in there. It's a lot of information to take in. It's a lot of information to remember. That's why we are trying to sit down in this segment and let you know for the exterior penetrations of how to take and maintain those with your house here at your D.R. Horton. Again, make sure you're just keeping this segment, following the recommendations that we give you for any exterior penetrations and the maintenance of your house. If you have any further questions, please refer to your homeowner's manual found on the thumb drive you received from your agent, or visit our website at drhorton.com. Thank you.